The surgery and the announcement just prior to that surgery that she had fallen and hurt herself have actually confused things in Argentina. There's a huge upswing. About 15% of those polled suddenly felt sorry for Mrs. Kirchner and didn't want to do anything to hurt her. So until she's considered to be healthy, Argentine public opinion will be fairly quiet, and there'll be very little debate on major electoral issues. But things remain as they have been since the primary, which is Mrs. Kirchner cannot run for another term. The Constitution does not allow it, and she hoped to gain a huge majority in these recent elections so that she could get the Congress to change the Constitution, which is easy but not that easy. So losing the primaries, which she did very badly, got only about 23-24% of the vote, there's no way that she's going to change the Constitution. Therefore, she cannot run again. Who will run? The Peronist movement, as it's called, which is a coalition party called the Peronist Party, or the Justice Party, consists of wings to the left of center and to the right of center. And what's happened in the last 60 days is that a fairly young man, Sergio Massa, who's the mayor of the suburban community of Tigre outside of Buenos Aires, has soared in the polls and has been working with enormous energy to gather around him a council of well-known, respected statesmen, all within this great umbrella organization called the Peronist movement. Mr. Massa now comes in the low 40s in presidential preferences in Argentina, about 42-43% in the last poll taken in Argentina. And his principal opposition is the governor of the province of Buenos Aires, named Daniel Scioli. Scioli was tapped by Mrs. Kirchner to be her favorite, though she wasn't very enthusiastic because she thought she might run again and so on, but she said Scioli was her man. Excuse me. Scioli now gets about 25 or 26% of the vote compared to Massa's 42 or 43%. So Massa looks like the next Peronist presidential candidate, but we'll see by the end of the year. Right now, during the rest of her term through 2014, she'll be fine. In fact, everybody hopes that she recovers from this latest medical problem so that she can govern, because the country has some very serious economic and financial difficulties, and the administration is not dealing with these problems in a very effective manner. And one of the reasons has been that Mrs. Kirchner has been totally distracted by her electoral goals. Now that the election is over, at least until the next local elections in December. But now that it's clear that she can't run again for the presidency, we hope, or everybody hopes, that she'll get down to governing and deal with the economic problems that are facing the country. But we hope she holds power, everyone hopes she holds power well until the end of her term, because it gets very messy if she can't govern and if they have to call early elections for president. That's been done before, and it's always a sign of something on the edge of chaos, which is not very healthy. It's not like a parliamentary system where you call a vote of confidence and you change government. It's not such a big deal. But in the Argentine case, it would be a very unpleasant circumstance.